It takes a couple weeks to do it.
I think it's important to point out, too, in your story, you mentioned 4,000 cases a year come in and only 2,000 cases are actually analyzed in there. That's huge statistics there, and the prioritization is very key, as you mentioned.
Right, yeah, definitely. As soon as a piece of evidence comes in, it's automatically prioritized. Now, they don't have any type of number systems or anything, but when it comes in, they basically say, is this a high priority case? Do we have to get right on it? Can we wait a couple days? A serial murderer or somebody like that, or a serial rapist, they go jump on it right away because they want to solve the crime. But something that maybe doesn't need to be solved right away, they just kind of get to it when they can.
And you mentioned a specific case, and I don't want to give away your story, but in regards to a soda can and getting DNA off of just an aluminum can.
Right, and what happened with this case was it was a 2-year-old case. It was a burglary. It's one of those low priority cases. And what they did is when they had time, they got to it, they extracted the DNA, and they ran it through their CODIS system, which is the National FBI database for DNA. When they did that, they actually found a hit from a gentleman who has been arrested before, convicted felon, has numerous burglary convictions. And when his DNA matched the soda can was left at the crime scene. So it was very unique that they said that they were able to pull this DNA, match it, and the cops told me that there was no way they would have ever solved this crime if it wasn't for that soda can left in the scene.
DNA has really been thrust into the forefront with the reality, like crime scene investigation. How different is it on TV in reality from your perspective?
It is a lot different. It's and I'm a big fan of CSI Miami. I watch it all the time, and to see what they do and then to go into the crime lab, it's almost night and day, because TV, you can do stuff in a couple seconds. They pull DNA, they extract it, they find somebody, and of course they solve a crime in an hour. Obviously that's not the case for real life. And one of the big differences that I saw was really interesting is that they use this machine, a DNA extractor, which is called a liquid handler. And when they extract this DNA, the process is very quick and it's very, very different. But then when you go into like CSI Miami on television, they use a totally different machine. The machine's actually a drug analyzer. And it's something that that can't even be used for DNA.
So you mean it's not like in the movies?
It's not like in the movies.
Still good, though.
Well, thank you so much, Adam Neal from the Scripps Treasure Coast Newspapers. And, of course, you can read his complete story in all the Scripps Treasure Coast newspapers today.
Adam, thank you again. And